We're about 1/10 of the way through the season, and there are some guys that I think might be breaking out. These are players that are playing well, I think will continue to play well, and are showing traits that lead me to believe that they're going to be good players this season. So in today's video, I'm going to be naming my 10 favorite players right now in Major League Baseball that I think are breaking out, that I think are going to have a sustainably good season. While it's still early, there's a lot of good signs with these guys. So don't forget to drop a like if you do enjoy the video, as well as subscribe to the channel so you see all the baseball content coming at you. But first, I want to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, SeatGeek. The baseball season is in full swing, and there are so many games that you need to get to the stadium and see right now. That's where SeatGeek comes in. And maybe baseball isn't your thing. There are tons of other events like concerts, soccer games, football, basketball, whatever you need, you can buy tickets to on SeatGeek. Of course, I mean, I'm a Mets fan. I'm looking at Mets tickets for their next series against the St. Louis Cardinals at home. And there are so many great cheap options because SeatGeek takes tickets from all across the web and puts them in one place to make sure you're getting the best deal possible. And of course, my favorite thing about SeatGeek is their SeatGeek score. They rate tickets on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best tickets, you should buy those, and 1 being tickets you don't really want. And they make it really easy on the app. When you look at those tickets, it gives you the score. You also see green dots. You want to buy the green dots, and you want to avoid those tickets that have red or orange dots. So of course, you guys know I got the hookup. I got a code for you guys to use. Use my code Giraffe10 at checkout for 10% off any purchase at SeatGeek. That's right, 10% off any purchase. Does not need to be a first-time buy. All you got to do is use my code Giraffe10, and you'll get 10% off your next purchase at SeatGeek. And click that link in the description to download the SeatGeek app right now and save my code Giraffe10 to your account for 10% off your next purchase. Thank you to SeatGeek for sponsoring today's video. Let's get back into it. First up, we've got Kristian Campbell of the Boston Red Sox. I am so in on the Kristian Campbell hype. I think this guy is a really good baseball player. I think he's going to be a good baseball player on the Red Sox for a very long time. While defensively, he's still working out some of the kinks playing second base. At the plate, I love what I've seen from Kristian Campbell. The thing that made him rise through prospect rankings and through the minor leagues was that he increased his bat speed, was able to hit the ball harder, was still making great contact, and has a great eye at the plate, great discipline. We're seeing all those things happen at the major league level for Kristian Campbell. He's got 90th percentile walk rate right now in a small sample size at 16%. He's striking out around 22% of the time, which is about league average. He doesn't chase very much. He doesn't whiff very much. He puts the ball in play a lot. I'd like to see him lift the ball a little bit more, but at 22 years of age, in his first major league season on a team with high expectations, playing every single day, I love what we've seen so far. He's hitting .333, .436 on base, .556 slugging, and a .992 OPS. Again, I don't think these guys are necessarily going to be able to carry these numbers out through the entire year, but do I think that Kristian Campbell is a legit breakout player in Major League Baseball this year? Without a doubt. I think this guy is a stud, going to be a part of the Red Sox for a very long time. I trust what I'm seeing right now. He also hit a ball 112.2 miles an hour. That's the top 8% of Major League Baseball hitters. That's crazy. Next up, I've got Philadelphia Phillies pitcher Jesus Luzardo. Now, we've seen him kind of break out in the past, but what's really sticking out to me right now is that the stuff that Jesus Luzardo's throwing right now is absolutely disgusting, and the numbers reflect that. So far in 3 starts, he's going 18 innings, 25 strikeouts, an ERA at 1.5, a whip at 1.0. That's huge. Luzardo's been a guy in the past who has struggled a little bit with command and control, so the fact that he's able to limit walks, only 7.2% right now early in the season, is phenomenal. The fastball velo's at 96, that's great. The sweeper's been disgusting. Again, he's been throwing 5 different pitches, locating them all, and he's got a 91st percentile K rate at 36.2%, which is disgusting. The whiff rates are high, the chase rates are high. He's getting a decent amount of ground balls too. Luzardo looks fantastic in Philadelphia, which is a complete nightmare for me as a New York Mets fan. I was kind of banking on him not being this good, but when he's striking out over 30% of the batters, walking under 10%, with a fastball and a sinker sitting at 96 miles an hour, 3 breaking ball / off-speed pitches, it makes it really hard to hit a guy like Luzardo on both sides of the plate. And I think he's just going to have a great year in Philadelphia. All right, Angels fans, buckle up. I've got something positive to say. I think Kairen Paris might actually be a really good baseball player. We've seen him struggle at the major league level prior, but this offseason, he went to Aaron Judge's hitting coach, Richard Schenk. He's the guy who's responsible for making Aaron Judge as good as he has. He made some tinkers to his swing, and he got better. He's now done it to Kairen Paris, and Kairen Paris is going absolutely off this year. Now, while there are some big swing and miss concerns, he's whiffing on 40.7% of the pitches he's swinging at. When he makes that contact, it's absolutely elite right now. And he's a great athlete. He's playing multiple different positions. He's barreling up the baseball at an extremely high rate. Again, these things aren't necessarily sustainable at the level he's currently at. He's not going to finish hitting near 400. He's not going to finish with a 1500 OPS. But Kairen Paris is definitely a Major League Baseball player. The adjustments he made to his swing, to his mechanics, are legit good. And the combination of his power, athleticism, versatility, versatility is going to make him a valuable player for the Angels moving forward. This is a really good job by the Angels, not because of their development, but because of their player going and seeking outside help. Kairen Paris looks legit good. Happy to see him on here. Next up, we've got Tampa Bay Rays starting pitcher Shane Baz. Now, we've seen Shane Baz throw about 130 innings at the major league level, 3.19 ERA, a whip at 1.08. This year, he's healthy, he's ready to go, he's gone deep into games, 13 innings pitched in 2 starts, and the stuff is electric. Similarly to Luzardo, Shane Baz has a crazy high strikeout rate, 31.4%, 84th percentile in Major League Baseball. He's got a fastball touching 97, 98 miles an hour. The curve, the slider are really, really good as well. Good change of speed along with a changeup to help get left-handed batters out. When you have a really good fastball like Shane Baz does with elite breaking balls and off-speed pitches, it is going to make it extremely difficult to barrel up this guy, to hit him well, and to cause some damage. We know the Rays are a pitching factory. We know that they're able to get the most out of their players. And while it's been a little bit slower developing for a guy like Baz because of injuries, I think that this is going to be a year where we see Shane Baz fly into the top 30, maybe even top 20 pitchers in the league and become a true ace of this staff out in Tampa Bay. Their pitchers just always look really good, and Baz is definitely one of them. Next up, I've got New York Yankees first baseman / DH, Ben Rice, aka Ben Arose. If you've been on Twitter, if you've been on social media, if you've been anywhere, you know that Ben Rice's Baseball Savant page is one of the most read things you'll ever see. It's more read than Xi Jinping. Average exit velo, through the roof, 100th percentile. Barrel rate, 99th percentile. He's barreled up 28% of the balls he's put in play, which is absolutely insane. 72% hard hit rate. The bat speed is super up from the previous year. He is swinging and missing a bit, but he's still walking a ton. He's not chasing. He's squaring up the baseball. Ben Rice is doing damage every single time he comes to the plate, and I think the combination of that with a good Yankees lineup as well as playing in Yankee Stadium is going to be huge for Ben Rice. If they can get any production out of him from the DH, first base spot, wherever they're able to find a spot in the lineup for him, that is massive for this Yankees lineup. And so far this year, 297 average, 409 on base, 649 slugging, and a 1058 OPS. After he had a 600 OPS last year, small sample, you take everything with a grain of salt, but these things look sticky. These are real concrete changes he made in the offseason, and I think it's going to pay off big time for him with his performance. Another player that I think might be breaking out, Spencer Torkelson of the Detroit Tigers. It's been an up and down career for Torkelson. We saw him hit 30 home runs back in 2023. You might be able to call that his breakout, but then last year he struggled, he got sent down, there was talks of maybe benching him. And so far in 2025, Torkelson looks like that former #1 overall pick back in the 2020 draft. He is mashing baseballs. It seems like he's not too worried about striking out anymore, which I think is a big deal for a power hitter like him. All he's looking to do is pull the baseball, hit it hard, and hit it in the air. And that is fantastic to see. His launch angle sweet spot percentage is 96th percentile, which means he's hitting it in the air a ton and hitting it hard. The barrel rates are high, the hard hit rates are high, and he's off to a great start. 311 average, 415 on base, 622 slugging for a 1037 OPS. He's only 25 years old. He hits the ball so dang hard all the time. It was crazy to me that the Tigers at one point were looking like they might be giving up on Torkelson. The former #1 overall pick seems like he's comfortable in this lineup, comfortable in his role, and finally starting to show why everyone, including myself, was so excited about this guy in the 2020 draft. The dude can absolutely rake. Oh, we've got a major ace alert. I think McKenzie Gore might have figured it out. McKenzie Gore might be doing the thing. 26 years old. Sometimes it takes pitchers a little bit longer, but right now, McKenzie Gore is one of the most dominant pitchers in Major League Baseball in the early season. He's made 3 starts, pitched 17 innings to a 2.65 ERA, and a whip at 1.06. His K rate is 37.3%. His walk rate is 4.5. Those are among the best in Major League Baseball. The fastball's up to 95, 96 miles an hour. He's throwing those nasty curveballs and sliders along with a changeup and a cutter. 5-pitch mix from the left side with velo is crazy. The walk rate's down a ton, which is huge for McKenzie Gore. He's throwing his slider a lot more, which is really helping with the swing and miss. I mean, that pitch looks absolutely filthy. And he's elevating those fastballs a little bit more, which you love to see from a left-hander who throws 96 miles an hour. Early going in the year, I am terrified to face McKenzie Gore. This guy is on another level right now. He's dominant, one of the most dominant pitchers that we've seen so far this season. Throwing that slider, that curve more, it's really helping a ton. This one's a little bit more off the beaten path. I'm going to go with Hayden Wesneski of the Houston Astros. Shout out my boy James Shiano. I do my Messed Up podcast with him, and he also has a fantasy baseball channel. I'll leave a link in the description down below. He's kind of been high on Wesneski this season, and for good reason. In his 2 starts that we've seen thus far, Wesneski's throwing more strikes, getting more swings and misses. People aren't really barreling up the baseball particularly well off of him, and he's thrown 6 different pitches this year. This is a legit 6-pitch mix. So while his stuff might not necessarily be elite on all these pitches, when you have a 4-seam sweeper, cutter, change, curve, sinker, that's a lot for a hitter to think about. A bunch of pitches that tunnel well off of each other, move different ways, different profiles, and it's shown. I mean, no one's getting on on base against them, a .67 whip in his 12 innings that he's pitched. The Astros are a pitching factory. They always will be. They always make these guys get to a next level. And it seems like Wesneski, who was part of that Kyle Tucker trade, might be this next Astro pitcher that you look at and go, wow, he's had a great year. This is a legit pitcher. Maybe he'll make some playoff starts for them if they make it. But the stuff's looking really good from Wesneski early on, and I think it might be sticky. Penultimate player here, 9th player I trust is actually breaking out, Wilyer Abreu. Last year, I honestly thought he should have got more shine for Rookie of the Year, but it doesn't matter. It's just an award. Wilyer Abreu came out this season, and in the 50 plate appearances we've seen thus far, there's nobody really hitting the baseball better than him. Another one of these guys whose baseball savant page is completely red. He's walking 20% of the time, striking out 16%, so he's walking 4% more than he's striking out. He's actually playing good defense in the outfield. He's barreling up the ball at a crazy rate. The bat speed is up. The barrel rate is up. The average exit velo is up. He hits the ball hard. He hit a ball 114 last year, so we know he's got a ton of power in that bat. You just don't want him to face left-handed pitching. But against righties, he is going to mash, and we've seen it thus far. Pulling the ball more, able to show some power to opposite field as well, which is big when you're a lefty in Fenway. I'm such a big Wilyer Abreu fan. I really think that a lot of people were sleeping on this guy coming into the season. He is a very good ball player, and I think the Red Sox are like, whoa, we thought we were going to have an open spot in the outfield. Maybe Wilyer Abreu was going to be one of them. An outfield of Duran, Abreu, and eventually Roman Anthony, that feels absolutely disgusting for the future of this Boston team. They got 2 guys in this video, and for good reason. They got some talented young players. And then last but certainly not least, a player I think might actually be figuring it out for good, Tyler Soderstrom of the Oakland Athletics. Soderstrom has been on a tear this year in 54 plate appearances, 6 homers, hitting .354 with a .426 on base, .771 slugging, and an .1197 OPS. Similarly, he's barreling the baseball up at a crazy rate. Of course, it does help that he plays in that minor league park in terms of the home run numbers, but he's not getting any cheap home runs by any means. The barrel rate is elite, 89th percentile. The average exit velo, the top exit velos, all really good. He's in the top 10% of max exit velos this season at 111.7. The expected stats love him. WOBA loves him. The only thing he's just not good at is playing first base, which who cares? They will find a spot for Soderstrom. Put him in the outfield. Put him anywhere. You need to keep this bat in the lineup, and it seems like it's going to stick. And I think playing in that minor league park's only going to help too. Part of being a good hitter, you got to be confident. And mentally, Tyler Soderstrom's locked in with good results, hitting the ball hard consistently. I don't know how the A's keep doing it, but like every 3 or 4 years, they start to get these young players who come up and are part of the next core. And I think Soderstrom is going to be one of those guys. Making it hard to call up Mr. Kurtz. You probably know him better as Nick. I just refuse to say his full name. But Soderstrom right now, he's not going anywhere. He's going to be a part of this team the whole season. So there they are, the players that I think are legitimately breaking out this year. It's a little bit early. These guys have been doing amazing things, and I just honestly think they're going to have great seasons. I'd love to know who you think in the comment section down below could be a breakout player this year. Don't forget to drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of the content coming at you. Follow me on all my social media, GiraffeNeckMarc. Links are in the description. That's where I'll wrap it up. You guys know the drill from here on out. YouTube recommends you watch this video. This is my most recent upload, so click through those if you have not yet seen them. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you all on the next video. Bye.